Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm John Hartness. I'm the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books, and I am the author of multiple ongoing series, including Quincy Harker Demon Hunter, The Black Knight Chronicles, and about 41 books in total. And today I'm going to give you 5 ways for you to promote your book. And it doesn't matter if you're self-published, traditionally published, small press published, whatever. These are solid ways that you can promote your work, get your name out there, and drive eyeballs to your project. And none of these come with an online course or a book that I have to sell you. This is just stuff that I've done and seen other people do over the 15 plus years I've been in publishing. And these are things that I've seen work. Number 1, you've heard it before, you're going to hear it again. The single most directly effective method of selling books is your newsletter. I get orders every time I send out a newsletter promoting a book, be it a backlist book or a brand new release. I send out a newsletter, I get orders. Also important to keep in mind that your mailing list is one of the few promotional items that only you own and control. You can have 5 million TikTok followers or 5,000 Facebook friends, a bajillion followers on Instagram, or 10, 25, 57,000 YouTube subscribers. And those companies control access to those people. If Google decides to shut down YouTube, I lose contact with all of you unless you're already on our mailing list. By the way, if you'd like to sign up for our mailing list and get a bunch of free ebooks, check the link in the description and you can go do that. And then if for some reason Google decides to shut me down tomorrow, I can still keep in touch with you. And you'll get a bunch of free ebooks just for signing up. Your newsletter is data that you control. And you should export your newsletter subscriber list at least once a year and save that file somewhere that you'll remember also. And name it something that it'll be obvious, like Newsletter Subscriber List 2025. But you should have a newsletter. But John, I don't have anything to say. But John, I don't like spamming people. But John, what should I write in my Oh, quit your frickin' whining. Jesus wept. It's not spam if they sign up. You are giving them what they asked for. Like right now, Gandalf is right here by my left hand asking for pets. So I'm giving him pets. I'm also giving him camera time. Which, of course, he just knocked my microphone off. But, you know, he's worth it. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah. It's not spam. Sending someone a newsletter once a month is giving them what they have asked you for. Periodic updates on your new releases, your appearances, and your life in general. If you don't know what to write or how to develop a newsletter, I recommend that you pick up a book called Newsletter Ninja by Tammy Labrecque. It's an excellent ebook. It's available for like $5 in ebook. It's an excellent resource on how to build a newsletter, how to create one that does not feel transactional, that feels like you're giving people stuff before you're asking for their money. I can't recommend it highly enough. It helped me learn to make a better newsletter. So Newsletter Ninja, it'll help you out. But you need an author newsletter, and yes, they are still important. in this year of our whatever 2025. Social media is also valid and important for you as a promoter of fine literature or garbage literature, whatever you want to write. That ain't my circus, ain't my monkeys. But social media is a way to connect with readers and to find new readers. But don't try to do all of them. Pick one or two that you like or can tolerate and focus on those. I'm mostly on Facebook because I'm old. We have a thriving Instagram account because I have a marketing director who is not old and she can do Instagram. We have a YouTube channel because I like to blather on in front of a camera and I have a marketing director who will edit these things. So find the things that you like. If you love threads, do threads. If you love book talk, do book talk. But it's got to be something that you can tolerate and that you can do consistently. Because if you pop in once a month, nobody's going to care. You're not going to build anything that way. You're using social media to build a community. Another way, and this is the most challenging way to promote your work because it requires you to have a network of other writers or to submit work. But tie-in stories in anthologies is a very good way to promote your books. For example, My Batteries Are Low and It's Getting Dark by Zombies Need Brains. This is an anthology that features a Quincy Harker Demon Hunter short story. Predators in Petticoats is an anthology that features an Amazing Grace tie-in short story. And, yes, Joe Ledger Unbreakable features a Quincy Harker team-up with Joe Ledger. I was floored when I was invited to be in this anthology, and even more shocked when Jonathan Mayberry rejected my initial story proposal and said, why don't you write a Quincy Harker tie-in story with Joe Ledger so you can promote your stuff? And I said, yes, sir, thank you, I will. Those things do come from developing a network of other writers. It's harder to do when you're starting out, but not impossible. Gadgets and Gizmos are anthologies I was in when I was just getting started. I was maybe 3 years into publishing. And I met the editor, and she and I got along, and we had a good time chatting. So I put forward a story for her upcoming anthology, and she took it. So submit to anthologies and tie those stories into your books. That's a tough one, but it's very effective. Almost all anthologies are going to have someone or two or three someones who's the name on the front cover. I either want to be the name on the front cover or I want to be Team and More. If I'm Team and More, and that's like, this anthology features stories by Jonathan Mayberry and Jody Lynn Nye and Jim Butcher and more. Well, if I'm Team and More, then I'm leeching fans off the big names on the front. That's kind of where I want to be. One of the ways to build that network and get invited into these anthologies is the most expensive method of self-promotion, and that's traveling to conventions. I'm not talking big Comic-Cons and big vendor hall cons. If you're standing behind a table all day, you're either going to be too tired to network at the end of the day, or you're just not going to have the opportunity. Or it may be that that convention just isn't set up for that. Where I think newer writers can really benefit is the small regional science fiction and fantasy fan-run conventions. These are the ones that are going to have one or two big name guests of honor, and then 10, 20, 40, 60 mid-list and emerging writers as their guests, and they're going to have a pile of panels. So you find out who's running the convention, you put in your application, and you tell them what kind of panels you want to be on, and then you are there providing their content in exchange for a free badge and in exchange for an opportunity to network with people who can do cool things for you later on in your career. And when you're networking, don't just walk up and say, "Hi, I'm blah blah blah, and I write blah blah blah, and I want to know you because you're famous." Get to know people as people. Just hang out. It's cool. You don't have to try and work people for a thing. Just meet them, hang out, chit chat, have a drink. You do not have to drink alcohol to network. You probably do need to be in the hotel bar. I spent a lot of time in hotel bars. And you know what? Nobody can tell the difference. They can't tell the difference between a Jack and Ginger and a Canada Dry. And I'm usually drinking maybe one or two drinks over the course of a night. And the rest of the time, I'm drinking a Coke or a ginger ale. I like ginger ales because I like the cherries in them. So go to conventions, meet people. If there's an author you particularly are a fan of, you can probably walk up at the end of a panel and just say, "Hi, I'm a big fan. I just wanted to say hi and meet you. I just got started as a writer." And they'll probably be happy to talk to you unless they've got to dash off to another panel. A lot of times if someone comes up to me at a panel and wants to chit chat, I'll say, "You can either find me in the lobby bar later, or if you can walk and talk at the same time, we can go. But I've got a panel in 20 minutes and it's in a different hotel." That's my Dragon Con life, is if you want to talk to me, meet me at the Weston lobby bar or walk and talk, because I'm probably going to and from panels most of the day. But the number one thing that you can do to promote your book, the best thing, and boy, there's a lot of people who will tell me I'm wrong, and oh wait, it's my channel and I own the publishing company, so I don't care. Write the next book. Writing and publishing your next book and selling your next story and getting more work out there is the best thing you can do to build your presence, to promote yourself, to promote your writing, and yes, to build a brand. Because you are. You're building a brand. That brand is you as a writer. Your brand is not one book. It's why I tell authors, don't make your website bubbathemonsterhunter.com, although I do own the domain bubbathemonsterhunter.com. Build your website as johnhartness.com. bubbathemonsterhunter.com redirects to johnhartness.com. But your brand is not one book. I've never started writing a series thinking I was writing a series, so I certainly wouldn't try to build a whole brand around Quincy Harker until I knew that Quincy Harker was going to go past one novella. I'm releasing book 10 in the series next week, so we did okay getting it past one novella. But my point is, you are your brand. You'll see me say a lot of things on this channel about ways to blow up your career, and they are mostly based on turning your brand from awesome writer dude to douche nozzle that nobody wants to buy a book from. Because people buy stuff from people they like. And when people go into bookstores to buy books, they ask for the new book by author I love. So make sure that you are the author they love and that you've got a new book for them to go ask for at the bookstore. Now, next time around, I'm going to give you 5 ways not to promote your book. So if you want to make sure that you get that video, go ahead and subscribe. ring the bell to get notified. You can check out the links in the comments to do whatever, buy stuff, sign up for our newsletter, and leave a comment. Tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me something I don't know. I've been married 30 years and I have 2 cats. I know I'm an idiot. I have plenty of people telling me that. So, like, comment, subscribe, and come back next time for the opposite world of this video. Bye.